Hello and welcome, this is Xanthus with Xanthus Gaming, and we're going to look at the replay of my first game with Zarya. I played this game the same day that she was buffed. She was released very weak, and then Blizzard decided to buff her. So this is my first game with her after her buff. As you can see, we're on my vision for Xanthus. So I'm just going to hold space and V to keep that vision. I did slot for my first talent, maximum charge. That increases your maximum energy by 20 as you gather, or as you spend time. No, sorry, it increases your maximum energy by 25 after you've spent 120 seconds above 50 energy. That wasn't hard to do because when you grab regen globes, it also gives you 20 energy. You saw at the very beginning there, I ran in, activated my personal shield, and tanked some towers just to get some initial energy. It also drained a little bit of ammo out of their towers. Okay, so we got our Alarak got picked there. I rotated down, and I think we did a pretty good job of defending Shrine here. I'm going to talk about my other talent choices while I let this play. At 4, we grabbed I Am the Strongest, because it allows you to absorb more damage with your shields. The reason for that are twofold. First, they reduce the cooldown of shields in this hotfix, which makes them even stronger. And the second is that at level 16 we'll take Born in Battle, which gives us cooldown regeneration. So not only do we have stronger shields on a shorter cooldown from the hotfix, but then we get a even shorter cooldown from the talent at 16. It synergizes very well. You also, as you notice, stay at very high energy, quite consistent. So that was a fairly even battle as far as what should have been, just because I had a Tassadar, he had an Abathur, so it should have been relatively close, but we destroyed him pretty easily. Now, I'm not too concerned with going back when my health is low on this character, because it baits out people attacking me, and that allows me to gain more energy with my personal shield. That gets even stronger at level 13, because when you're at high energy you gain 25% resistance, which is super good. At level 7 I go with Hit Me to increase the attack size by 35% while at high energy, and that is pretty much all the time. So I got the DK here, and we pushed a few towers. Right here I'm trying to only tank the top tower so I don't take as much damage, and then we rotate down and start tanking this tower. Their team is trying to flank us from this side, but it's only their Zarya, and she's way out of position. She's not able to do much before she gets taken down. And there goes her body. And we take down the other tower. Now they're in a pretty bad position because they've lost both their entire wall there and one player. So we can do some damage. We can take out the well here without losing our DK. Wait till the wave pushes up and then hit the fort. I could have walked up and started taking tower damage before that, but I wanted my minion wave to tank it, because I attack faster when I'm not slowed from the fort, and I also not take as much damage on my DK. I punted the butcher out because I saw the DK was about to expire on time, and then just decided to stay in for the fort for a little bit of damage. I was hoping we could take it out. We did not manage to at this point, but we are going to get some pretty good damage in here because we're high on energy, and their team thinks they're going to be able to take me out. But I got Tassadar backing me up, plus personal shields, plus I'm able to shield ETC, which he dives in. So altogether, it's a lot of shielding. Tassadar, I gotta say, is a very good combo with Zarya, especially once he gets Leeching Plasma, which he did not even take this time. He took Healing Word. If he'd taken Leeching Plasma, oh my god, it would have been insane. It already was insane. This is just my first game. I don't even know how to play this hero at this point, and you can already see just how strong she is. She's doing so much damage there. I had already used my personal shield there, so I wasn't able to help out too much. Let me get back onto being able to view my cooldowns again. There we go. And I should have used a personal shield there on... No, I was right to use on ETC. Alright. So we should be able to take out this fort, no problem. High energy, lots of damage. If you check where we're at right now, siege damage, we're at 42,000. We did have the DK though, but it would be really high even without that. We're also on top regular damage out of anybody in the game. flanked Rexar here. She used Misha to heal though. I decided to just tank a few tower shots to keep my energy up and drain some ammo. I stayed a little bit too long. And I believe this is my... Is this my death? I can't remember if I get out of this or not. I think this is my one death. Yep, there's my one death.
Kill confirmed.
Alright, so let's go back to look at the build for a second here.
Unleash its power.
We go with the increased energy, or increased attack range when we're high energy, simply because that will allow us to continue putting pressure and damage into the enemy even as they're starting to run away. And it also seems to be bugged to a point where once you get it once, you permanently have the increase whether you're at high energy or not. So that seems to be the way to go. Explosive Barrier is also extremely strong. It does a lot of damage if you can keep people in range. Hit Me is not needed because you generate more than enough shields. You don't need Hit Me at this point. If they change your energy generation or decay rate again, you might need Hit Me. The first day you definitely need Hit Me, but you don't really need it right now. For ults, Explosion Zone is by far the most powerful. Very short cooldown, zoning ultimate that does a very, very small amount of damage. Yes, Tyrael's Q upgrade with Hold Your Ground or whatever is better, but we get this at level 10, so that's a trade-off, as opposed to level 16 on Tyrael's ability. Tyrael's is also a lower cooldown, but this lasts a bit longer too. 0.25 longer, so. Okay, we're able to rotate down and get an easy gank on Malfurion. So here we traded into, or we talented into Expulsion Zone like we were just talking about. At 13 we'll grab Endurance Training because we spend a ton of time at high energy, which means we'll have a ton of 25% resistance, and that will save us on more than one occasion in this game and let us do a lot of extra damage. Okay, I'm just trying to hang around this area right now because they did have DK possibility and I want to stop them from being able to pick it up. But here I'm going to 2v1 for a few seconds, and Alarak will come up. We'll be just fine. I zoned him out with the Expulsion Zone. We should be able to keep our Alarak alive while getting the kill on the Butcher. You can still attack while you're in the Gravitron, or Gravitron Surge, and you can also use unstoppable abilities to get out of it. Plus the cooldown is 100 seconds, so it's definitely the weaker of the two ultimates. Okay, so we're rotating down to bottom to try to cap this and contest. We should be able to get a pick here on at least one person. We're in a really good position for a flank. Their mouth is in a real bad position. I did activate my shield right there just to absorb some damage and get some more energy. You gotta try to predict when the damage is coming. Luckily with boards, it's easy to see coming. So I considered using my ultimate here when it came off cooldown just to kill Misha, but I didn't even need to. So now, instead of pushing with the DK, which would have probably been better for our team, we decided to stay down here and try to take out this fort. Nova's doing work on the Rexar. I decided to give her a little bit of shield to keep her alive. I was more focused on trying to take out the fort real quick so we could rotate up to help our team with the DK. So you can see at high energy how much damage that's doing to the fort. It's kind of crazy. Okay, and we're, again, while we're at high energy, which we are right now, we're at reduced damage. So we're going to rotate in on their team from behind. We're going to give a shield to our Alarak so he doesn't die to a Butcher. We place an Expulsion Zone so that we don't get our healer killed here, or our Tassadar killed. We should be able to pick off that Pebbles and push in to get a kill here as well. I'm not very good at doing commentary on a game afterwards, so let me know if you have any tips or ideas. But you can see, like, we've had that constant damage increase and that constant damage reduction at the same time. When we hit 16, we also have constant cooldown reduction. So it's really strong. Look how far that beam goes with that max energy upgrade on the beam. You have the range of an auto attacker with that, or as a ranged auto attacker. It's pretty good. We just used that to zone him out so he couldn't contest us. I really wanted this keep. I really wanted it. Then I realized I wasn't going to get it. I was going to die, so I started backing off. Our Tasker comes in with a clutch shield just in time. My personal shield comes off of cooldown, so I decide to re-engage and take out the Misha. and then try to rotate in on the rest of them. So I'm poking with max damage Qs at range, trying to keep my allies up with shields as we retreat.
Don't wait up for me.
Overall, a very good push. We almost got a keep. We did get a fort. Not too bad. That was supposed to be thank you for the clutch shields, Tassadar. And it said try for the clutch. Try for the shields, Tass clutch. That doesn't make much sense. My bad. Typos are a thing.
Once more.
Okay, so our ETC and our Nova are still in here. I'm running back because I backed to get health. Our Tassadar is top lane. He's rotating down. Nope, he's not. We're just going to try to push this with the 4 of us, I guess. I gave ETC a shield because I didn't want him to get stunned and killed. Then I threw down a zoning ultimate just to try to keep ETC alive because he's taking a lot of damage. But as you can see, so is their entire team right now. And I'm going to back out for a second, put the shield on Alarak to make sure he lives. I'm being charged, so I will activate my personal shield. Nope, I decided to save it because I had enough life. Now I activate my personal shield to mitigate the damage when I was stunned. Gave a shield to Alarak so he can chase in a little bit further. And we should be getting our 16 talent to reduce cooldowns as soon as this fight ends. I'm not very good at picking talents in the middle of fights. I try to focus on what I'm doing instead. Although I should do it because it would give our team an advantage. I think I could have given a shield to Alarak here and I failed a little bit. I put down the zoning ultimate, but I didn't get the shield on him. I could have saved him. That was my fault. Okay. So we're going to rotate on over to get a sip and then go down to bottom. At least that's what I should do. Good. We'll make sure we're topped off on health before we go to contest a shrine that someone else might come to. So I see there's a butcher over here on the map. I'm a little bit worried because I'm at half health, but I'm going to try to hold the shrine so we get to DK. Wars were used on our Nova up top, so I decided to just stand my ground against the butcher even if it means dying. Okay, so I use my shield to generate a little bit of health. I try to use Expulsion Zone to zone him out, but I was unsuccessful. I decided to kite him, seeing that my cooldown is almost up. I bait him, and then turn on him and kill him.
Don't wait up for me.
Okay. I back to get health, even though DK is pushing. I know that Tassadar can't actually heal me because he doesn't have any direct healing spells. He did take Healing Ward. I didn't realize it. I could have engaged with him knowing they had Healing Ward, but I didn't realize it, so I backed. So I'll be late into this team fight. And our DK is more or less getting wasted. But that's okay. We got a kill on Butcher. We do have the objective, and we should be able to get some more kills here. The kills will allow us to push as good as the DK did. Okay. So I use the ult there to zone out Rexar so he can't move away, and he gets caught in a precision strike and dies. I was also trying to zone the mouth, but the mouth managed to get around it. Still, picked up a kill. Here I activate my personal shield and run into the core just to get some energy, because I knew that would get me near max. I give ETC a shield, hoping he'd take some damage. There I got my damage reduction and my damage buff. And we're good to go. And this should be pretty much a push to end the game and win. So as you can see, the reduced cooldowns allows you to shield your allies a lot more frequently, because while it says 12 seconds, it's actually cooling down 25% faster. So it's actually 9 seconds instead of 12. And the personal cooldown is actually 7 seconds instead of 10, because of the 25% reduction. It's 7.5, and so it rounds to 7, I think. It might round to 8, but it goes 25% faster. So maybe it's exactly 7.5. I don't know. Anyway, it's a lot of shields very fast. And you can see I only died once. I did a ton of damage. I did a ton of siege damage. I did a ton of experience. You know, yeah, she definitely got buffed. So that was my first game with her on a map that's pretty good for her. And then I played a few more. I lost 1 and won 3 more. And my next video will be my 4th game with her, which almost got me up to level 5, but I wanted to record because it's on a map that's really bad for her with the spec I just showed. It's on Infernal Shrine, or no, on Battlefield of Eternity. And on that one, you can't really get globes like crazy. So I decided to go with a different build altogether. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what I can do different on these kind of replay builds or replay files if I ever have to do them again. And I hope you join me for my next video. Have a great night.